Hey, I'm Benny D, and in this video we're going to look at how to find the volume of a cylinder. So we need to come up with our definition of a cylinder. What is a cylinder? Well, in reality, a cylinder is just a special type of prism, okay, where the area of the end of our prism is actually a circle. Okay, so examples of cylinders would be a pipe. That's a good example of it. Okay, these whiteboard markers, for the most part, are cylinders. Okay, we've got a circle at the end. Doesn't change width all the way down. That's important. Okay, remember, because it's a special type of prism, it still needs to fit that requirement. I can chop it in half anywhere and stamp both ends in paint, pop it on the paper, and it'll make the same imprint as if I did it with the area at the end. Okay, so it's still going to fit that requirement. So it's not going to get narrower or anything like that. It's going to be straight through. Our sides are always going to be parallel. So just like any other prism then, we treat it the same. We just go, how do I find the area of the end? Okay, and then I've got to times it by the length of it, or the height of it. Okay, so if we think about the work we've done on circles in previous videos, we know our area is equal to that special number pi times our radius squared. Okay, so remember, pi is that special value. We're just going to round it to 3.14, but it goes on forever. It's an irrational number. Okay, and r was our radius of our circle. And remember, our radius starts at the center of our circle, goes out to the edge of our circle. Okay, so if we're going to turn this into a volume equation now, we need to also multiply it by the length of our cylinder. Okay, now we're at our volume formula. So if we look at this one, let's call our radius in here, let's call it 3 centimeters. Let's call our length 12 centimeters. Okay, so if we look at this, okay, we're going to have to go, our volume, V, equals pi, which will say 3.14, times our radius squared, which is 3, times our length, which is 12. So we can get a volume, which is 3.14, okay, times 3 squared is 9, times 12, okay, well, 3.14 times 9 times 12 is 108. Okay, so our volume is going to be somewhere in the vicinity of 320 centimeters cubed. Okay, that's just an estimate. Okay, you put in your calculator to get the exact value. Okay, but roughly it's going to be around about that value. Okay, so if we have a look at another one, okay, nothing much is going to change with this process. I can't make it much different. Let's make this time our length 5. Let's make our radius also 5 this time. Why not? Now volume is going to be pi times the radius squared times the length. Nothing's changed there. Pi is still and always will be our 3.14159. Okay, we're going to just use 3.4 times our radius, which is 5 squared. That's right, 5 squared times our length, which is also 5. So say our volume is 3.14 times 5 times 5 times 5. Volume equals 3.14. Well, 5 times 5 times 5 is actually 125. Okay. And then 3 times 125 is going to be 375. Okay, we've got a bit more because of this, so it's going to be approximately 390 centimeters cubed. Okay, remember, that's just an approximation. To get the exact answer, you'll need to use a calculator, which is fine, and which would be expected. Okay, so these are very, very similar to our prisms. Okay, it's just got a special name now when it's a circle at the end, which is called a cylinder.